must disclose to you that I am not an auto electrician. So whatever you see me doing here, if you want to copy, it's at your own risk. I take no responsibility for anything that fucking catches fire on the back of your car. I try and dodge the responsibility for whatever catches fire on the back of mine. G'day guys, today's video, hopefully I'm insane, here we go. Going to be installing the 30 amp DC to DC charger from Victron. So apparently they run in parallel quite easily to the solar controllers. So yeah, I'm going to show you a quick and easy way to install. Should only take about half an hour, and yeah, hopefully it'll work. So yeah, quite simple. Just give them a trim. Look at that, landed right in the bin. Would you believe it? And again, and then you know, got the wire trimmers here. That's how it is, but probably trim a bit more off. So there you go. You probably want about that much. Just enough. Give her a bit of a twist and tidy up. Same again with the negative. Probably a little bit more. So you can always, you know, if you trim off too much, you can always tidy it up again after. So the hardest part about this is going to be actually screwing this into the back of the ute somewhere. So, you know. Here's what it looks like. Comes in a packet like this. Instruction manual, doodad, and then you got your little Bluetooth module that you plug in afterwards. So the way that you do these guys is you plug them in, you put them on the battery, and then they turn on, and then you download the latest software. So they need to be updated. So you connect it via your Bluetooth, and you know, download that way. So if you have a look here, it's got all positive and negative input and output. So just make sure that you get those right, because you don't want to go backwards. So you don't need to fuse these because they're already they've already got protection built in. So you don't have to fuse them, although you probably would benefit from it. But I'm not going to today because I've had bad experiences with fuses not working. Cost me nearly $8,000 last time I had a DC charger in the vehicle, and I had like a temperature sensitive relay, not a relay, a fuse, and the casing had actually cracked with the corrugations, and then hit another set of corrugations later on, and I had 110 amps earth out through the body of the vehicle and caused about $8,000 worth of damage to all the computer software. Left me stranded in the bush. So was not happy. Right, so I'm just going to find myself a screwdriver. I'll be back in a second. So good tip guys, don't leave your tools out in the sun in the back of your boat. It's bloody hot, especially today. It's like 40 degrees outside today. Helps if you have the right tool for the job. So just start by backing the screws out. And then positive to positive. First aid kit for the burns. So that's going to go in there nice and snug. Tighten it down. Tell you what, it's bloody cooking out here today, fellas and ladies, whoever's watching. Just tidy that up. go. So this also makes it easier, like when you need to disconnect everything, to you know, if you need to work on it or whatever, or if you're changing your battery out, you can just unplug it, and you don't have to worry about trying to screw in the wires and whatever. So there we go. So that's what it looks like. Nice and tidy inside, no wires hanging out. So should be good. I'll just fit one more. And Bob's your only. So yes, before anyone says anything, these are only rated to 50 amps, and it's not very common that people actually use these for DC-DC chargers, but this DC-DC charger is only a 30 amp charger. So in theory, it shouldn't crank out any more than 30 amps. Even when you combine it with the solar panel that's on the roof of my vehicle, if they run both together, which I think they do, it'll be 40 amps maximum will be the power that draws through the plugs. So hypothetically speaking, it should be okay. So, oh no. There we go, it didn't die. It's just my fault, the operator error. I was only ever wrong once. That's when I thought I was wrong, but I was actually right. So technically, you know, still wrong. Give it a twist. Yeah, that's it. Just like that. Same deal again. Plug it straight in. Negative into negative, positive to positive. Very straightforward. So I'm going to have to get another one of these for my bus. That's part of the electrical setup in there. So I'm hoping that 30 amps should be enough for that, but if not, you can buy two of these, or you know, as many as you want, and run them in series, as long as your alternator can handle the power output. So you can have anywhere up to probably, you know, if you put two together, that's the 60 amp 60 amp draw on your battery at peak power. So give that the full test. Beautiful. So anyway guys, I'll spin you around and we'll find a spot in the back of the ute to mount this. So here we go, just going to run it off with this Anderson plug. So again, you know, these are 50 amp, and in theory should only be drawing 30 amps through to the DC-DC charger. So basically what I'm going to do is plug in the cord here, run it down the back there, along the chassis rail, along the top, and up over the back of the ute, up through there. So you can see down there, over there, into the back of the ute, onto the back of this box here, where I'm going to mount this. So in theory, it should work. So there's the input, positive, negative, that's correct. Can't muck it up on the other end, or can I? There we go, so now that's plugged in. Nothing's happening because it doesn't power off of that battery, it powers off of the rear battery. So all I'm going to do, just temporarily, is I'm going to steal my power supply from my solar controller and plug it in There we go, now we've got blue flashing light, something's happening. So that's just letting us know that there's power to the other, through the second battery. And I'll go and start the vehicle up. Actually no, I'll grab my phone and I'll update this thing. And then I'll start it up. So here we go guys on the app. So I've got two smart controllers, two solar controllers, one for the Triton, one for the bus. So the T3500 is the bus, and I've got the Orion Smart, which is self-isolated DC-DC charger. So let's hook up to that. So usually it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll try that. There we go. So now it's telling us we need to update. So once the firmware is updated, we have to go in and set up the battery type. So the battery type is AGM, and I just want to match it to my solar controller so that they can work together. Firmware updated. Continue. Right, so we'll jump back into that again. Power supply. Unit output is disabled due to remote input inactive. Not now, so we'll change that later. So we'll move that out of the way. Go to settings. Charge enabled. Output voltage. Input lockout. So lockout value I think would be like the minimum. When input voltage falls below lockout value, output will deactivate in the unit until input voltage rises. Alright, so I want to lockout value, I want to jack that up a bit. So I'm going to put it up to 12.5 and restart value, let's say 12.9. So my alternator will put out anywhere between 13.8 and 14.4, depending on conditions and what the battery wants. So we'll okay that. Right, now we'll go and start the vehicle. So get back onto there, so this should work. Input voltage, give her a rev, 13.8. So maybe I haven't connected this up correctly. Alright, so one thing I did forget to put on was the remote switch. So I'm standing here like an idiot for 10 minutes trying to figure out why the hell it's not working. So here we go, we'll plug this in. Look at that. Alright, let's give it another try. Alright, we'll try this again. Third time lucky. So I'll put the smart switch in now. Maybe that'll do it. Charge is disabled. Why? Why is charge disabled?
One
Success, guys. We got something good happening here, so that's good. So we know the unit works. Oh, it's an absorption charge already, so right, that's a good thing. So let's have a look at the graph, see what it's all about. So it's an absorption charge. It doesn't seem to be giving us much of anything here information wise. I'm not sure what I'm looking at. So yeah, but anyway, that's what it looks like on the smart app. So yeah, we'll leave it with that, and we'll finish wiring it up properly so we know the unit works, and we'll install it, and hopefully it'll be good. Like I said, I'm not an electrician, so I don't recommend you doing it the way I'm doing it. Stay. Let's try and get it to focus a bit better. There we go. So basically what I'm going to do here is I'm going to have two inputs into the one. So this one here is the input for the battery. Solar panel, and this one here is going to be for the DC-DC charger. There we go. Right. So there we go, guys, finished product. Just needs a bit of a tidy up now, so I just got to go and get some like the stick-on cable tie holders. To sort of, you know, tidy all this up, make it look nice and neat, but that'll work for the next 20 minutes till I go to the shop. And all I've done underneath here is to have a look. You probably won't be able to see anything, but I've just along the chassis rail there, just cable tied it all up above there, and hopefully that will do the job and that will stay safe. So anyway, guys, that's a quick and easy way to install a DC-DC charger. Victron, probably one of the best in the business, and as you can see, one of the easiest. So it took me the whole of about 20 minutes plus, you know, all the bullshit filming, and another 40 minutes of finding my tools. So there you go, guys. So probably another 5 minutes work just to tidy up that little bit of shit in the back there, and yeah, should be all done. And I have a good solid DC-DC charger with a you know, MPPT controller capable of 30 amps. So you know, maybe in the future I might get like a tub rack, stick on the back here amongst all this crap, and run another solar panel off the top of that maybe, and yeah, then I can disappear out bush forever, and yeah, just have to worry about water and shit then. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like. Comment down below if you have any questions, and make sure you hit that subscribe button for us. It'd be much appreciated. Thanks guys, stay tuned, there'll be more videos coming up after this.